Hey guys, sorry I can't make it in right now. I've been a bit under the weather and I'd rather not get you all sick. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through an example of midpoint, distance, and slope, and then you guys can go ahead and do some practice. So first thing I want you to do is watch this video, and once you're done with this video, I have a link to Power School, and I want you to do a practice quiz. Okay, it's going to count towards your classwork grade. It's not a pop quiz. I just want to see where you're at. Okay, and if you need to use your notes while you're working, that's fine. But ideally, see if you can do it without looking at your notes. So we're going to do a practice set of problems here. We'll go through that real fast, and then you can do your work. Once you do the 22 problems on the practice site, you're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's say that I'm dealing with these 2 points, -5. Oh, hang on. Let's go with -5, comma -3, and 3, 3. Okay, so let's say I want to find the midpoint, distance, and slope of these 2 points. So let's go ahead and start by graphing. So there's a point there, then +3, 3 is here, right? And so if I go ahead and I graph this, right, make my triangle and I count my boxes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 boxes. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start with our slope, because our slope's the easiest, right? Slope is 6/8, right? Rise over run. And so that would be equal to 3/4. Okay, so there's your first one. Let's find the midpoint. Okay, my midpoint, I'm gonna go halfway, right? So let's change colors here. Okay, so I'm gonna go halfway. So here, going down 3 instead of 6, and then I'm gonna go over 4 instead of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's gonna put me right there. So my midpoint is gonna be -1, comma 0. Okay, then let's go ahead and let's find our distance. So remember our distance. And remember, sometimes they'll say the word length instead of distance. The distance, and let me clear off some of this stuff here. Okay, so when we're trying to find distance, remember what we do is we go ahead and we're going to take 6 and 8. We're going to go 6 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. Okay, and if we plug all of this in our calculator, we're going to get 100 equals x squared. We're going to go ahead and take the square root. We get x equals 10. Okay, and that looks about right. That looks like that would be about 10. Okay, so if you need to pause it here, you can take a look at that. So that's the graph way to do it, and then I'm going to go ahead and walk through the math way to do it, and then we will go ahead and go from there. So there you go. There's our graph way. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the math way. So I'm going to clear this off. If you need it, you can go back and you can take a look at it. You can go back and pause the video and take a look at it. So let's go ahead and clear all of this off. And then we'll go through each of these and we'll find midpoint, distance, and slope. And again, I don't need you to be able to do both. I just need you to be able to do one. So it doesn't matter to me which way you learn how to do it, but you just need to be able to do it whichever way you know how you can remember it. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's find slope the math way. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's go back to our nice light blue color, right? Alright, so slope. What we do is we take our y's, right? This is my y, this is my y, and we're going to go -3 minus 3. Okay? And then we're going to put all that over. Okay, then we're going to take our x's, right? Our y's is our rise, our x's are our run. You know, -5 minus 3. Okay? And this comes out to -6 over -8. And this is going to reduce down to 3/4, just like before. right? Alright, let's look at our distance. So that was slope. Okay, let's find distance. Our distance is, now remember I should have that formula up on the board, and if I don't, here's the formula for distance. Actually, let's go ahead and do that up here. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And you'll get that formula for our, we have a test on Friday, okay? And we're going to get that formula for that test. So if we're going to do our distance, and let's go ahead and actually let's bring our distance up here, okay? Our distance is, we're going to take our two x values, right? We'll just leave those in orange because they're already in orange. We're going to go -5 minus 3 squared plus, okay, and then we do our y's, right? -3 minus 3 squared. Okay, and if we plug all this into our calculator, we end up getting something like -8 squared plus -6 squared. And remember, anytime we have these parentheses and a negative and squared, make sure you're typing the parentheses into your calculator. You're going to get the wrong answer. And you end up with 100 equals r squared. And remember, we're going to take the square root there. So if you're doing this the math way, okay, we're going to go ahead and use this formula right here that will be given on the test, right? You'll get it on the SOL as well. We're just going to go ahead and plug our x values into over here. It says x, and our y values over here. Okay, so that's distance, and then let's go ahead and let's do our slope. Okay, so let me go ahead. Here is our, or we did slope. Let's go ahead and let's do our midpoint, right? Midpoint's the last one. So we'll throw a midpoint on down here. Okay, our midpoint. Okay, so when we do midpoint, what we do, again, we're going to go ahead and take our x values, and in this case, with midpoint, we actually add them, right? We're just trying to find the average. So -5 plus 3 over 2, comma, and again, we're going to go ahead and use our x's, -3 plus 3 over 2. And if we put that in our calculator, the orange one is going to come out to -1, and the blue one is going to come out to 0. Okay, so -1, 0. And so remember, the word point here, we're going to get a form that looks like a point, just like that. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. I will post the activity on PowerSchool, so you can go ahead to Classroom, click on the link, it'll take you to PowerSchool, and what you're going to do is the distance, midpoint, and slope practice. It has the word Latham in front of it. Okay, I know I'm not Mr. Latham, I'm Mr. Arslan, but okay, the one that says Latham in front of it is the one that you're supposed to do. Okay. Have a great day. Work hard, guys, because I can see if you do it or not. Okay, and if you go through and you just guess and you get like a 25%, I'm not going to give you credit for that. But I want to see really where you're at, so the next 2 days we know how we need to review to get ready for the test. So do some good work, guys, and then call it a day. Okay. If you have homework that you forgot about to turn in on Friday, I know I wasn't here to remind you, go ahead and drop that off in the box too. And if you forgot to do the homework, if you finished this, you can go ahead and finish the homework from last week. Have a great day, guys.